Is one thing you need to understand is that men are like dogs. When it comes to sex, sex is something that you cannot take from a man. So you see, it's easy.
In this series, we asked our audience to share their relationship issues with us and receive advice from other people.
Anytime he wanted sex and I didn't give it to him, he got angry and threatened to cheat on me. He said it but didn't do it, or I don't have the evidence that he indeed did it. One day the argument got heated. He wanted it by all means and hated the fact that I said I wasn't in the mood. He screamed, "Do you think you are the only woman in the world? Watch me." He went out and called later in the night. I could hear the voice of a woman in the background. He said, "Do you hear her voice? You think without you I can't have anyone? Women are all over me and you are there playing hard to get." When he cut the call, I knew it was over. He came back days later to tell me it was a prank. Prank or no prank, it's over. He's here begging. Does a man like this deserve forgiveness? That's an interesting one. Now, first off, I believe that any man who uses the mantra, "There are a lot of fishes in the sea," is toxic, a manipulator, narcissistic, and a jerk, frankly. So, it wasn't smart of him to actually threaten you like that, but then it is what it is. Does a man like this deserve forgiveness? Well, that is entirely up to you, but in my opinion, I think for now, if he has gone, thought about the whole scenario, and then come back begging, does everyone deserve a second chance? Well, this particular situation puts you in the driver's seat. So then you know that once you decide to forgive him, then you can lay down your rules and he has no choice but to follow them. But then if he's still playing stubborn, then now you get to decide to dump him. He may have said that he said it in jest or a prank, like he said, but then even the Bible says that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. I believe that there's always a little truth behind every "I'm just kidding." So he may not have actually done it like he said, but then when you obey, really, for him to actually threaten you like that, it actually means that when the means is there, or anything that happens in the future, and he steps out and he gets someone who is so loose and doesn't have any morals and is ready to open up. When I say open up, I'm talking about spreading hair legs. He would very much not hesitate and get in there. So maybe, just maybe, he has actually found his senses. But like I said, if you even decide to forgive him, that's brother, or that right now puts you in the driver's seat, which means that you get to drive the relationship in the angle, the direction that you would want. So that means that you get to let him know all your do's and then your don'ts. But then if the sex is something that happens once in a while, is one thing you need to understand is that men are like dogs. When it comes to sex, sex is something that you cannot take from a man. So you see, it's easier for most relationships. It's easier when, the relationship didn't start on a sexual, note. Then it becomes easier for you to keep saying no to a man. But once you allow a man to enter, I have to be blunt. Once you give him the chance to go in there, at the end of the day, you see, and then the whole grip and the excitement and the thrill, if it gets into his head like that, it is very hard for you to just, weaponize the sex and then deny him when he wants it. You don't have to necessarily be all giving whenever he wants it. But then, I don't know the nature of your relationship. Like I said, I don't know if you guys started or you guys have done the sex thing before. But then if you have done it before, which means that you have already opened the door. My strongest opinion, does he deserve forgiveness? I believe everyone deserves forgiveness. That is one thing that I go by. Unless, of course, the person has killed your mom, your dad, or cheated on you, actually. Now, this is someone who is saying that it was a prank. You have no evidence that he actually did it. So, yes, forgive him, but you are in charge.